Over the past few weeks, thanks to the amazing weather, we've made a few raw dishes like tartare and carpaccio. Some more traditional, some a bit off-piste. And today I want to show you something different. We're going to make a wet tartare, meaning the tuna tartare itself would come with a sauce-like dressing. And for me, it's extremely delicious. So, let's do it. It's a very quick recipe, so straight away we deal with the fish. Once again, we're using yellowfin tuna for this recipe, which is my preferred tuna for tartares and carpaccios. And today, since it's a wet tartare, we're going to cube this so that you really have some detectable texture. Proper cubes. The sinews, they could be quite chewy, especially when raw. So if you see any visible sinews, just remove them so that they don't ruin the texture of your tartare. Now, just like my other recipes, I always like to pair tomato with yellowfin tuna when raw. So we'll do exactly the same today. And for this recipe, to really take the flavors to the next level, we're going to take the seeds of the tomato to make a tomato essence liquid. Tomatoes in general, but particularly the seeds, are very rich in glutamic acid, the G in MSG, nature's G that is. They're full of umami and they bring a ton of savoriness to the dish, to the tuna. But of course, like any seeds, perhaps besides passion fruit, the texture is never palatable. So we simply extract the flavors from the seeds by salting them very generously. Perfect. So generous amount of salt. And this will also be our seasoning liquid. Set this aside. I like to remove the skin from the tomato just to have a more homogeneous texture, but optional of course. Perfect. Similar size to the tuna. Perfect. Continuing on the theme of bright summery flavors, a bit of cucumber. Again, we remove some of the skin to not make the dish unnecessarily chewy, but we keep a tiny bit just for color, and it's a beautiful color. And of course, we remove the seeds. They add no flavor, and once salted, they would release a ton of moisture, diluting the dish unnecessarily. Perfect. Once again, similar sized cubes. Not too much though, because they have a different texture that would change the whole mouthfeel of the dish. So that's plenty. A bit of serrano chili, or any chili you fancy. And this is, I don't like to say to taste in my recipes, but this is to taste, yeah. And for the serrano chilies, I like to add them directly to our seasoning liquid so that they have more time to emulsify. And the last thing to prep, we have some watermelon. Now today, just for a bit of fun, we're going to make compressed watermelon, which has a firmer texture, more intense flavors and sweetness, and a brighter red color. But to easily do that, you need a vacuum sealer. The combination of flavors are already so perfect, I wouldn't go out of my way to make compressed watermelon for this recipe, or in general, to be honest. But since we have everything today, let's do it. We have the usual vacuum bag. The reason why it's only easily achievable with a vacuum sealer to compress and remove the air of the watermelon pieces, you need to apply gentle pressure from all sides. Simply putting weight on top wouldn't do the job. And of course, if you have a chamber vacuum sealer, even better. Now, suck out the air. Perfect. Now, we simply remove them from the vacuum bag. We'll take one. And you can feel the difference in texture immediately. Now, and once again we cube. And now we can dress and plate. So, here we have the essence of the tomato seeds. Our serrano peppers has had time to emulsify with the tomato essence. To that, we add some soy sauce. Light soy sauce, this is. Remember, the tomato essence is already salted. A very generous amount of lime juice. And lime and serrano peppers, they work so well together. A generous drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. And the world's smallest dash of toasted sesame oil. I'm talking about 1 drop. This works extremely well with the soy sauce and the tuna. But that's it. We give it a mix. Taste beautiful. Now, everything goes in. And I did it on the side plate beforehand, just so that I could gauge the ratio I want to achieve. I might end up adding everything, of course, but it's good to have control. So for me, that's a good balance for one portion. And for this recipe, please also bear in mind that the moment you introduce acid, in our case, the lime juice, it will start to slowly cook the tuna. So if you're prepping this ahead, don't add the lime juice until you're ready to serve, or serve the lime juice table side to be on the safe side. Wonderful. Complete. As you can see, the tuna is already changing color because of the amount of lime juice we added. And of course, this wonderful liquid. It's full of umami. One last drizzle of extra virgin olive oil so that they look like beautiful pearls on top of our liquid. Look at that. And the only plating game I have, bits of micro coriander for color and some brightness. Maybe one more, because why not? Yeah, good enough. And there you have it, a dish that screams freshness and summer. This is tuna tartare with compressed watermelon and tomato essence. I really hope you enjoy.